Welcome back to your fourth and final video. This is Kelly with Halotassiva Consulting. Okay, so where we left off in the third video is we were finishing up the blog. We understand how that works. So now we're going to dive into forms. We have the new client form, the grooming request form, medical concern drop-off form, prescription refill request form, and wellness history form, as well as the main contact us form. So it sounds like a lot, but they all act exactly the same way, so this really isn't going to take very long. To get there, we go to contact forms. That makes sense. Let's start with the main contact form, which is this one. So again, I like to toggle back and forth so we can see what it looks like. But this is gives you a visual representation as well. So we have name, phone, email, message, captcha. We have name, phone, email, message, captcha. The only thing I'm noticing is that email does not have one of these stars, which means it is not set up to be required, and that is something that we'd like. So to do that, see how when I hover over them, they turn to these boxes. You get the arrows in the top, which means you can drag them around, which is good. But to get to their options, you just drop down here, and this comes down. We want to make this required, so I'm going to click that. And I want to enable email confirmation, so I'm going to click that too. So it will notice, see we have one here. Update the form. Go back over here, we're going to refresh. Boom. Now, see now we have enter email, confirm email, and we have this. This is just to make sure, we do the confirm to make sure that we're cutting down on the spam that you're going to get, which is also this captcha form. So hopefully you're not going to get any spam through here, right? But that's really all there is to this. The form settings, so when you click submit, this changes into something that basically says, thank you for submitting. We'll get back to you, so let's do it. Kelly. Gordon. Phone. Email. Kelly at halotassiva.com. At halotassiva.com. Message, testing. Type text here, it's 588. Submit. Thanks for contacting us. We'll get in touch with you shortly. And then it's going to send you an email here, right? So we go to form settings. This is the confirmation. Okay, so we're going to form settings, confirmation. We click on this. That's here. So you can make this whatever you like, and you can style it or whatever here. So save confirmation. And the notification. This is set to send to, so we click on here, and it's sending to front desk at Risius Family Vet. Okay, so that's where that's where you would change that for any of the forms. These are all set up exactly the same way. The from name, to make it easy, we're going to say Risius website, and then from email, I just always do it the same one so that your computer recognizes it and doesn't shoot it into spam. The subject line is new submission form. From main contact is what so that's just a coding thing that says insert the form title in here, which is main contact. And then this is just saying put all of the fields from the form in here. So you don't really need to mess with anything but these couple of things. So this is where it sends to, make sure send to, enter email, and then from name, from email. They're all set up exactly the same way, but this is where you would change it if you wanted to. So update notification. So we're going to go back to all the forms. Here they all are. Now the cool thing about this is you can also check the entries. Alright, so there is my test from June on the grooming page. The way this is set up is a little weird, but the form name is here, so we have grooming up here, and this is obviously me that was running as a test, so we're going to trash that. There we go. And I can switch form here. So I was in grooming, let's go to main contact. These are all the entries that you've had from main contact. So let's clean out these, which are clearly tests. Bulk actions, move to trash. There you go. We're going to switch the form, see medical concern drop-off form. Alright, here's my test. We're going to get rid of that one too. And you've got those two. So let's go to new client. I'd already deleted mine out of here, so those are your new client forms. refill request. Here's a test. We're going to get rid of these two. Oops. This is just to check your entries. It's a good way to make sure everything's coming through. Your email, and then we have wellness history, and that's just my test to trash. There you go. So contact forms is where they all live. So many entries they've had. This is where you find the entries. This is where you switch your forms, right? It tells you which form you're on here. And then to create one, we get a new form. You'd have to give it a title. Testing. Ooh. Create form. Okay, so this tries to tell you where to go. So this form doesn't have any fields yet. Follow the steps below to get started. Select the field type. Start by selecting its field type from the nifty floating panels on the right, these here. Click to add a field, edit the field options. You can drag to arrange them, and then we save it. So the only things that I use are standard fields and advanced fields. So let's set up something new, something quick. We want to have name. So we click on it, and it pops up. If we wanted to change anything about it, we click this drop down. The only thing usually that I would change is make it required. And then say you want an email. Ooh. Like that. And again, we've already done this. So drop down, enable email confirmation, required. Maybe the standard field would be paragraph text. So this would be like the message. So to change that, you change it here. Message. Make it required. You can make some maximum characters so people don't write you a book. You can say limit that to 500. Okay? And then you would click update form. Now you have a form. So if you go to forms, there's testing. Yeah? We're going to trash it so it doesn't confuse anybody. So we learned how to do the main contact. We talked about the entries. We talked about a new form. And really all of these act exactly the same. So we're going to go to the prescription request form, which is this one. Now, this page exists in pages, and you can change this, and you can change this. But this lives in forms, and this is right here. Okay? If you want to change that, or change any of the labels, how that works, you would do that here. Just make sure you click update form. But let's just talk about where to change this. And they're all exactly the same. So that is on prescription refill request. So we have header, talked about, here's the form. That's the way this works, is that short code. So you don't have to mess with that, you're good to go. You click through the lines here. How this works, that is this right here. So you can change any of that or add anything that you want here. And all of them act the same way. So you go to mail concern drop off in pages, and you can change this, and in forms you can change that. I believe that is everything. I can't think of anything else that there might be. So go ahead and review everything. Any questions that you might have, go ahead and write them down. You can email me, but we will schedule a one-on-one training session to answer any of those questions, to review anything, especially something more complicated like the way this works here. So the sliding thing, right, that we talked about, which does the same thing on all of these pages, right? But we can talk about that in the one-on-one, and any other questions you might have. So review, let me know, and we will schedule one. Thank you.